gonna call the Recreation Commission meeting to order at 5:34 PM. So let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first order of business is to accept the minutes from the May 7th meeting, and we each have those in front of us.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from the May 7th meeting.
A second.
Go ahead.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that was unanimous. So for yes, sorry.
That's okay.
Advisory, this meeting's being recorded. So the first thing we have to discuss is reorganization of roles, which happens every June for us. So the first role that we can go over is the chairman position. And I guess someone would have to nominate someone to that role.
I'm gonna abstain.
You're abstaining.
Yep, I already have a role as chair.
Okay.
Got another board. I can't handle two. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Can we nominate Alicia to stay?
Yeah, you can nominate her.
I nominate Alicia to stay. Since I feel like we just assigned him in December. Didn't we?
I thought it was June.
Yeah, it's usually when the reappointment, which is every June, when everybody's reappointment is up, and that's when you reorganize. I don't remember when we did it.
Yeah, I feel like we only did it last fall because we didn't have it set up yet.
It could have been that way, but I'll second that.
Okay. Now I make a motion.
Now you take a vote.
Okay. I take a vote. meaning-
Right, because she made a motion.
I entertain a motion to make me, continue to have me be the chairman.
Well, that's what Nicole made the motion.
Yep.
And I seconded it, so now we'll vote on it.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just have to
I
say
have a
all in
motion
favor.
and I have a motion and a second.
I have a motion and a second.
Any discussion?
Any discussion?
Seeing none?
See none.
All in favor?
All in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect.
Sorry.
No, this is how you learn.
So the next position is vice chair. We currently have Chris as the vice chair. Does anyone want to nominate someone else, or?
No, I make a motion to have Chris be vice chair.
I second.
There's a second on the floor. Does anyone want to discuss anything about that? All in favor?
Aye.
So that was unanimous. The next position is clerk. Roberta is currently the clerk. Does anyone want to nominate someone else, or Roberta?
I make a motion to have Roberta do it.
Okay.
I second.
Does anyone have any discussion about the motion?
No?
Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. And then we're just gonna do the subcommittee for the events, just because I don't know if June is the right month to do it, but we're gonna do it today.
Yep.
So we currently have Nicole and Jen as the two subcommittee members for the event, subcommittee. Does anyone wanna nominate someone else, or do we wanna keep those two as the event subcommittee members?
I make a motion to accept those two.
I second the motion.
What are we, I'm sorry, I was lost.
Subcommittee.
The subcommittee, what? So
Jen and
like
I.
when we do the,
Events.
Like the spookery.
Oh, the spooktacular and all that, okay.
Spooktacular, sorry, and the Christmas.
Okay. So there's a motion on the floor. Does anyone have any discussion about that?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that was unanimous as well. So we are keeping all the same positions for another year. And we will look at this again next June. The next agenda item is the playground. I don't have too much to report. The bid is going to be hopefully closing within the next day or two. And then I wanted to talk about possibly doing a groundbreaking event or a ribbon cutting, or both. So I talked to Olivia and she said, and Michael Radner as well, and if we do a groundbreaking event, mid-July would be the right time to do that. We don't have to, we could push it off to the ribbon cutting, or we could do both items. So I just wanted to discuss those two events and what you all think. I know you had brought up the groundbreaking event originally, so I wanted to just circle back with that.
And then the ribbon cutting would be when it's finished. I think we should do both,
Okay.
just to build excitement towards it for the kids in town.
Does anybody else have any thoughts on that? I don't know what typically is done, or if we've done a big project like this that,
So I can tell you in the past, just different projects that the town has done. The water treatment plant, there was a ribbon cutting, no groundbreaking. The fire department, there was a groundbreaking, and then there was an open house once it was completed. Trying to think if there's been anything else recent. Not that I can, those are the only two things that I can think of. 'Cause there's been nothing else new recently.
What'd they do for the groundbreaking for the fire?
Basically, it was just a picture in the newspaper, people with shovels digging in the
Digging.
dirt. More, not, yeah, it wasn't like a huge event. It was more just like, look at us, you know, kind of.
We're getting started.
Right, and put it in the paper and, you know,
so we could essentially do that with our recreation commission and the town officials one day.
Yeah.
Go out there and do that.
right,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe have a bunch of kids there too.
I don't know if for the groundbreaking,
I was gonna say, I don't think they're legally allowed to be
No.
there.
That's true.
They're
Because it's a construction site.
yeah, because I know they all
We could do
had
that with
their.
the ribbon cutting or something.
Okay.
And then when the ribbon cutting was done, we had state representatives, state senator, all the people from town, you know, town and stuff invited. And it was, once everybody got there, you know, people said different things and cut the ribbon, and then there was like little desserts and, you know,
Yeah.
little snacks.
Oh, we could just do one then. I guess. Just do the ribbon cutting?
And I'm fine with that, or I'm also fine just going out and doing like a pretty casual thing.
Yeah.
In mid-July as well.
I mean, in terms of like a groundbreaking, I don't think we need like a big ceremony,
Yeah, yeah.
but I do think it would be nice to have just something published in the paper, just so people know that
Yeah.
we are actually doing it and it is actually getting started and it's not being delayed more and more.
Right.
And more.
Yeah.
So-
good point,
True.
good point.
I think you could get Debbie LaPlaca, who is our,
Right.
she could take a picture, get it to the papers.
Yep.
You know, it's something that could be done, like you said, very informal.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. I'll work on that.
And then I think a ribbon cutting is good with the kids and everything.
Yeah.
Making that a big, like, I don't wanna say splash, cause there's no splash pad. Sorry.
Not anymore.
Sorry. But making it a big, you know, event.
Right. And like the ribbon cutting, we could kind of try and get a big crowd of kids, and as soon as they cut the ribbon, let the kids all run into the playground and get a picture of that. Or,
Exactly.
you know, that'd be
Exactly.
something memorable.
Definitely.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
So
Okay.
would we send out invitations to like state reps and senators to
For
come to
the-
the groundbreaking?
I would say for the ribbon cutting,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm guessing the ribbon cutting probably won't be happening until the spring, next spring?
I would think so, yeah. I'm sure we'll get a timeline.
Yeah, once it gets.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be more like a year. That's great.
And so I think it has to be mostly completed by the end of next June anyway.
Correct.
Okay.
So at the most, it'll be a
Because of the
year from
grant.
now.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that's like the longest it'll be.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. I guess before moving on, does anyone have any questions about the playground in general, or are you feeling good about that?
Nope, be happy to see it get going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay, so we do have two.
Oh, actually,
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, one question.
Yep.
I've missed the last meeting, and I don't think I saw it in the notes. When the bids all come in, that'll go to the selectmen to select one, right?
So the bids are already in. The bid closed last Wednesday.
Okay.
They have not been awarded yet. There's a few little things that had to go through town council
Okay.
to see which, because there were a lot of addendums and different
Yeah, yeah.
things. And I told Alicia, I checked today, this afternoon at like 3:40 to make sure it hadn't been awarded yet, just so that we'd have the information.
Okay. Cool, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, we have a couple events coming up in the next week, so I guess let's talk about the yard sale first, since that is on Saturday.
So the yard sale's on Saturday, at Current, which I'm closing the map out tonight. I'll be working on it tomorrow. We have seven people signed up for the town hall, for spots at the town hall. And we have 40 addresses on the map.
Is that more
That's
than
pretty
last
good.
year?
Much
That's
more than
way
last
more
year.
than last year, isn't it?
Yeah,
Almost twice as much, yep.
See, it takes off.
It does, everyone's really excited about it, so, I have signs that'll say maps sold here, and I'll put them on each entrance. I will be here with the maps and everything at 6:30 Saturday morning,
Okay.
and I'll have $20 petty cash
okay,
for the sale of the maps.
yeah,
The sale of the maps is 7 to 10.
yeah, but it's $2.
$2, right? It says it on the sign this year,
Okay,
the signs that I
yep, thank you.
had my husband make up. And, yep, so there's, the stuff is wide variety. I only had one location that didn't give me what they're selling. I emailed them back, asked them, but they never responded. Actually, two, I apologize.
Okay.
So I'm just putting miscellaneous items and, it'll be good. So I will need somebody to sell the maps.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'm doing it,
Mhm.
and are you?
Yeah.
Two of
you-
us?
Yeah.
The two of you, right?
You said
Yeah.
7 to 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. And then, I'll have everything here. They'll set up, like last year, around the outer edge. And then if we run out of room there, they can use the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
inner side, you know what I mean, in there.
What time are they setting up?
I told them 7. I'll be here, that's why I figure I'll be here at 6:30, in case anybody comes early. I can just be like, you know.
Yeah,
The town hall will not be open, but the restroom in the police station lobby is open.
okay.
And Ro will have her badge, so she can get in.
Can you remind me what time the actual yard sales are again?
8 to 2?
So once we sell the maps, does anybody need to come back at the end of the yard sale to
That was
talk
gonna
to
be,
them?
somebody needs to come back, I don't know, like 1:45, make sure that they're gone and there's nothing left here, and to pull the signs. Or when you're done selling the maps, you can pull the signs.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
If somebody can just pull them, and I will, actually, Ro, if you wanna just put them inside the lobby,
Mhm.
if you don't mind,
Nope.
then I can come and get them, I'll get them Monday when I come to work.
Okay.
So at 10, when we're done, signing them, take the signs down.
Yes, please.
Alright.
Yeah, and if somebody can just swing back by to make sure that they actually left and didn't leave a mess.
I won't be here in the afternoon, otherwise I say I would.
I'll be at a baseball game, but I should be done by 1:30, so I can.
That's right,
run
even if it
by.
was 2:30, 3 o'clock,
Okay.
just to make sure that, like,
They didn't leave all their non-sold
They're
stuff
bringing
here.
their own tables?
yes, and
So
that's,
there
I,
should be nothing there.
there should be nothing. And when you leave at 10, you can, like I did last year, I reiterated to them that make sure you clean up everything and da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
What do I do if there's an issue or anything? Who do I call? You?
Yeah.
Just so you can
Yep.
talk to people.
Yep. A couple of the questions that have come in were, do you provide tables and chairs? No. And that is not anything that
Yeah.
I don't ever foresee us doing because we don't have.
Yeah.
Another question that came in was, and I know some towns do this, do you provide signs stating for the people? And I said, unfortunately, this is only our second year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We don't even have signs for the map, like professional signs for the maps.
Yeah.
I said that may be something that we'll think about in the future, but
Okay.
just to let you know that those are a couple things that came in. The rain, I'm sorry.
So that was one thing that I was gonna ask, is if we take all the signs down, how is anyone gonna know what's going on at town hall from 10 to 2 for the people who are selling there?
By then, everybody should have had their maps, and if they don't have their map, they'll have the app, and they'll know. And I don't know.
You can
What's
see
the app
them here.
called?
I don't remember right off. I apologize.
Okay.
It's a yard sale something.
Yard sale Dudley?
Yard sale locator? I know we got an email
I'll
from.
figure it out.
Yeah. I will once the map has been created, I will send it out to all you guys,
Okay.
so you'll all have it, and I'll do the printing here Friday. I'll print off the paper maps because we do the bigger 11 by 17s.
And you'll have the paperwork that, I remember last you wanted us to write down
Yes.
names or whatever, just keep track of everything.
It basically was how many in the car,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
how many vehicles, how many in the vehicle, and, that they bought a map. How many maps they bought one. Usually most cars just buy one.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. And the rain date is Sunday, but it looks like this Saturday
I know.
It's finally going to break
First one this year.
is going to be,
the 14 Saturday streak.
yes. And I know that Debbie posted the yard sale in the yard sale locator on Facebook and different pages on Facebook, which is wonderful.
Awesome.
So, and I will, like I said, I'll get them, I'm working on it tomorrow. My son said he'd help me if I can't figure it out, so,
Oh, let me know if you need any.
yeah.
help
He
or
has
anything.
the app, that's how he
Knows how to
follows
do
the
it.
yard sales,
Yeah.
so, hopefully. So,
Okay.
hopefully it goes well.
Sounds like the amount of people participating is really
The,
going on.
the amount of
So,
people is
that's
great,
awesome. Yeah.
and I'm just hoping we get a lot of traffic.
Right.
Yeah.
I think everybody's excited because it's gonna be a nice day,
True, yeah.
and nobody has been out doing yard sales.
How can they?
Yeah, because there's,
The guy across the street from me has a lot of stuff.
really,
A lot of stuff. On D'Alessandro Avenue.
yep.
It's gonna be 85 degrees.
Because he does like house cleanouts.
Yep. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Todd.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he's got a lot of stuff.
yep.
He's got everything, so. Just one of the people.
Yeah, it's a wide variety of stuff.
That's great.
I mean, everything you could possibly look for is on here. There's antiques, there's vintage, there's clothing, there's shoes, there's plants, there's, I mean, sewing machines, exercise equipment, furniture, you know what I mean? So it's luggage, basketball hoop. So hopefully,
Yeah,
and on the map, there's the brief summary of what the people have, so,
that's cool.
That's awesome.
I'm excited. It's gonna be a good day, and I hope there's tons of people around, and hope everybody who has the yard sale does very well. And I would love for the people who are having the yard sale to email back and let me know how the traffic was.
Yeah.
Could we do like a post-yard sale survey
Yeah, what I will do is, I have all the emails.
that we could like create in Google or something and then
Yep.
just send it to them and say,
Yep.
take 5 minutes and let
Just
us
to
know how you
complete.
did?
Right, and any suggestions,
Right.
remember, we're a poor board. So.
Sure.
Thank you.
Ro, do you wanna talk about bike rodeo? And reminder about the pizza donations?
That was, thank you, that was on the list, and I was like, oh my gosh, did we talk about that?
No.
So I need some help reaching out to the pizza places, see if anyone will call, for donations. It's usually what, been Jimmy's and Big Al's?
Big Al's, Dudley House.
Hold on.
And was it Leone's?
Leone's.
Yeah, those four. And I have not been the one to call, so I'm not sure. What did Amanda say in the past, calling from Board of Health about?
We've never done it
Oh.
for the bike rodeo. We've always paid.
That's
Oh,
true.
Paid for it?
The Board of Health members paid for it.
Mhm.
I thought we got donations last year.
Not
We
for the
did
bike
for
rodeo.
Christmas for the
For
tree
Christmas, we
lighting.
did.
Yeah.
What was it?
The tree lighting.
Mhm.
The tree lighting, yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's where we got the pizza donations from.
So I'm guessing we have to ask for donations this time?
I mean, if we want to, I don't have a problem
What do
paying
you
for
think?
pizza, but
But can we
I don't-
ask for donations?
Yeah, I thought we
I
couldn't
didn't
ask
think we
for them.
And that's
We
why
can't.
somebody else,
Mhm.
on behalf of the town,
Mm-hmm,
has to ask.
correct.
we don't have that person.
Could, is it too late to send out, because I think Michelle used to send like a letter or something for like the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, she would send that well in advance.
Mhm.
That's probably too short
Yeah.
notice.
I went and asked for
Wednesday.
the tree lighting.
So, and she can't because she's not on an actual committee, she's in,
Well,
technically an admin.
Technically, no one from the town is supposed to ask.
Right.
No one from the town.
That works from the town, you mean?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. That's why, like, your wife went to Park and Shop.
That's right, for the hot dogs,
Right,
the
because
buns for
she's
Halloween.
not involved.
Right.
She went on behalf of,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
So we don't have a budget for things like this, or we can't ask for,
it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's difficult.
Especially where something like pizza is not really integral to the bike rodeo.
No.
It's just a true bonus thing to try and get people in the door, come get a slice of pizza and learn about bike safety while you're here.
Right.
Eating your piece of pizza.
I mean, we can keep it simple just to the snacks and the waters like we've done in the past. Like, that's how we've started out. We just had granola bars, I think, and water, right, chips. And then we were like, oh, let's get pizza now because these kids look hungry, you know? So, I don't know if it's expected, but I think if we don't have a budget and we all are gonna split like 2 boxes of granola bars and chips and water, you know, but I don't have a problem if I go out and buy like 3 pizzas or whatever, but.
I have no problem. You
um,
know, I've
Yeah.
given money every
I know.
other time.
I think we have, not I think, we do still have the bags. Remember that first year we
Mhm.
had those bags that we stored them in? So we have 2 boxes of those. We have a case of water, the little ones. I have some pencils, I think some bouncing balls. I still have the stickers, the bike rodeo
Yep.
stickers. I don't know, there was some miscellaneous toys left over from the years. I think I looked a couple weeks ago. I heard from Children's Hospital, she emailed me asking what time and what she needed, how many helmets. And I said, so it starts at 5, and I know traffic was really backed up last year when you came, and I said we would really appreciate it if you could be at the bike rodeo by 3:30 to set up, because this lady was late last year, she pulled the van in and then we had to have her move, and then the kids were all like doing all the courses without the helmet. So that's the first station.
Yeah.
So she said she was gonna come. She asked me what helmets we ran out of last year, and I'm like, I don't know the answer to that because I didn't do the helmets, but looking over the 5 years of this bike rodeo, the majority of kids are between like 3 years old to 9.
Yeah.
Right.
So bring helmets for those kids. Maybe we had like an 11 to 12-year-old that came. So just, I bring a variety, but bring more
Focus.
for those
Yeah.
little kids.
And less for the bigger kids, because 2 years ago was the last year that we came, and by the time that Phoenix and his friends got to we got there late, it was almost all adult helmets that were left, and so they weren't really fitting. Even the bigger kids, they weren't really fitting their heads that well. So
We don't need adults.
focus on the littler kids.
And so I told her we had a meeting tonight, so I will reach back, I'll email her tomorrow and just let her know that we had our meeting and we all thought, you know, the age group, we don't need a lot of adults because, you know, we don't have any adults coming.
Yeah, or the teen ones, really.
Right. Hopefully the first year we did it, they came and they had the skeleton and they had all of these handouts, so it was really cool why you wear a helmet, because if you hurt your spine here, if you hurt your neck, you know, the kids were like, oh, so they had something to look at. I think I'm so appreciative that they come. I just think if she had a little bit more time. Gentex is coming again. Kelly said she's gonna come, she's gonna set up a table. I didn't ask about sunglasses, but I'm imagining she's setting up a table, she's gonna have sunglasses. She's gonna bring her own table. I'm gonna reach out to MJ to ask him to leave the cones. Can Don bring those sawhorses? Did he get rid of them?
He has currently 2 left. Over the years, they've rotted out,
Yeah.
and they're holding all of our shutters and stuff from the house painting.
All right, so I'll ask MJ if he could bring
Something.
some sawhorses, and then I was gonna follow up with Sergeant Poplawski. He said one of the officers is gonna come and do the bike, with Chris, the
Inspections.
inspections of the bike. So it'll be you and another officer.
John?
That's with a G, I think.
Glowacki.
Yeah.
John
Him,
Glowacki.
so I have 2, so I have
Yep,
2
he's
there.
Avid
The
cyclist.
helmets, and then I think as we go, we'll have to, you know, figure out who's gonna be where. And then I had a couple of people, Anna Durgan from the board, she wants to come help.
Good.
And then I know Dean said he's gonna help, so, I think I got the people, but I just need more volunteers, and no one's reached out to me. The other thing I thought of was, do we wanna do music still? Does it seem to be like, I like it, but does it make like the kids go like even more wild and not pay attention? I didn't know if it was a distraction. Dean has to bring it, so.
Yeah.
You
Maybe,
guys, what do you think?
maybe skip it this year, like you know how it was last year?
Yeah.
Skip it this year, see how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, they seemed happy without it, but.
Yeah, I don't think they're dancing to it, right? So, and I need, I don't know if Dudley's gonna make an appearance this year, so, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
What
So,
about the fire?
the safe
thing?
house,
Yeah, is that necessary?
not really. I think because tomorrow is the Strawberry Festival and it's
Yeah,
there,
true.
a lot of kids are like, well, I already did it last week, but
Yeah, it's true.
last year, they came. But I don't know now that, Paul is retired, if they'll just come. If they want to come, we'll welcome them, but if they don't, that's okay too. Pizza, thank you for reminding me. And then I was thinking, if we could all, whoever can come help, I was thinking of coming like 3:30-ish to start setting up. And that's really, I think that was it. Was there anything else I missed?
I don't think so.
It's advertised everywhere.
Yep.
No.
In terms of coming to help, I'd love to come help, but I can't do much.
So if you want to come help and you can come help, I can certainly have you at the front, the registration
Okay.
table. That's the table where, you know, we welcome the
usually see the
kids.
two of you,
Yeah,
yeah.
so, do that because you can sit you won't have to worry about,
Yeah.
it's easy. It's
What
easy
time does
enough.
it start again? I forget.
5.
That's right. Yeah. I can probably come like 4:15.
Sure.
I can help organize paperwork or organize stuff that doesn't require schlepping from one side to the other.
Yeah, one night next week, I'm gonna pull all the boxes out. I think they're in the trailer, the signs.
That's where they had been?
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't remember seeing them the other night, so I have to make it a point to look for the signs. We have them. And, pull out the tables, the chairs, stuff like that, so. I don't really think there was anything else.
What about the licenses, the bicycle licenses that we gave out last time?
Yeah, the little papers, the land, yeah, that's all, I think it's all in the office here.
Okay.
There's just a box and the stamp,
Dudley's footprint.
yeah.
Pawprint. Sorry.
Okay. Busy week. You're not going to Strawberry Fest to promote that, are you? Not this year. All right. Anything else about bike rodeo?
Do we have an idea where the bicycle maintenance spot is gonna be?
It's usually after, usually it's what, the helmets, then the helmets, bike inspection, and then the hand signals.
Okay.
So you'll be right up at the top.
Yeah, right up here, along the
Excuse me.
fence, along the future playground.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Gentex, helmets,
Mhm.
although, I don't know, I like Gentex because she gave out glasses and then the kids wore them, right? So glasses, helmets, and then, yeah.
Inspection, hand
inspection
signals.
hands, and then the little area is like that practice, stop and go.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense to have it all in one line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems to work out. And I think, you know, we've had a lot of courses, so I don't know, I was thinking maybe, I'll talk to Sergeant Poplowski, but maybe if we cut one back, there's a little bit more room to spread out, because it seems like it gets a little crowded up there.
Yeah.
And if Children's is coming with more this year, I want to give her some room.
Don't forget to mention to MJ to block off that top entrance.
Yes.
That's
And-
extremely important, and the back entrance. That they come flying.
Remember that first year, how mad that lady was?
Oh my gosh. They come flying in that top entrance.
Scary.
It is. I sit out there at lunch and it's like, vroom, vroom. I'm like, seriously, it's the police station.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's not a speedway.
All right, so I guess, is there anything miscellaneous? I know you wanted to mention something about the library.
Yeah, Nicole, the library director, sent out an email to everyone today and she asked us to disperse to the boards and everything, just letting everybody know that on Thursday, July 10th, from 4 to 7, the library is celebrating 15 years, and they're having an event at the library. And it looks like there's going to be lots of fun stuff, and it should be a great time. And she said, you know, if anyone's interested in helping out, reach out to her. If you're interested in attending, please attend. Yeah.
What was the date again?
July 10th.
4 to 7.
That's
I
a
got the
Thur-
flyer.
That's a Thursday, right?
Yes.
And what was it, how many years?
15.
15.
Oh. That's how long I've been in Dudley.
It says
Wow.
featuring live music, caricature artists, rock painting, balloon animals, picnic food, ice cream, and library tours.
I love
That's
that.
fun.
Yeah. It sounds like it's going to be a good night, so I figured it was a good place to promote it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's great.
put it out there.
And you said they're looking for help?
So,
She's always, yeah, she said if anybody wants to help or anything.
so that library was donated to the town by the Crawford family?
Yes, the bunnies, yep. They've always been, for years and years, when the library was there, it was still, the Crawfords were heavily involved because that was Crawford property.
Oh, okay.
that the old library was on.
I didn't live here then.
Yeah. I can tell you history. I've been here a while.
Because
But-
they donated Arbach Acres too, right?
Yep, because the Crawford, the house on the corner right there, the White House right there,
Mhm.
that was the Crawford house back in the day.
I see.
And they owned all of that, and they owned, big name,
Oh, that's
big
cool.
family name in town. So they did I mean, what they've done with for the library is incredible, the monies that they've donated and
Yeah,
everything.
that's awesome.
Yeah. You know, if I had money, I'd give back. But I work for the town, so,
Eh.
I think we'd all do that, but.
but it's wonderful what they've done.
Mhm.
And the library, so you guys only know it as the library?
Mhm.
Prior to it being the library, it was the town hall.
Oh,
Same footprint, but different design, very different design. It was the town hall. The town hall came over, obviously, prior to that, came over to here, and this used to be Dudley Elementary.
I remember this used to be Dudley L, but I didn't know about the town hall piece.
But there wasn't, they took down the town hall, right? It's not like the same
It-
structure.
No, they
Yeah.
took it, but it's the same footprint, similar very close to the similar footprint. Yeah, but it's the same location. That's where the old town hall was. Yep. I can give you more history.
I like history.
yeah, I like to learn.
Let's let Sam go home first.
I know.
Sorry.
She's like, "Oh, speed it up here." All
Almost
right,
done.
so anyway. Our next meeting is July 28th, 5:30, room 315, so we'll be down there next time. Are there any other miscellaneous items anyone wants to bring up before we adjourn?
No, but can we put the spooktacular on the agenda for July 28th? We just never to really start planning that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And before you know it, we'll be in September and then it'll be October. I'm just saying, what are we doing?
Okay. Is there anything else I should put on the agenda that we know about?
Christmas, no kidding.
Don't push it.
I don't want to hear Christmas yet.
Yeah, let's not talk about Christmas yet.
No, definitely not.
Could we have a few warm days of summer?
Right, please.
Sunny days.
We go from 50 to 90, back to 60, then to 95,
Oh my
then to
God.
40.
Oh my gosh. No, that's good, the spooktacular. We'll need to
Okay,
make a motion to adjourn?
A second.
all in favor?
Aye.
The Recreation Commission adjourned at 6:11 PM.